What's up, guys? Spider here, and after some further investigation by the awesome people on the internet and Reddit, I'll link you to the post here. I think we can actually confirm now that we do have, in fact, step 2 of the main Easter egg here on Revelations. And the reason why I say I think it's the main Easter egg, and I mean, people have been speculating that it's possibly a side Easter egg, but really activating those gravestones on step 1 makes sense that it's part of the main, all right? So what we're gonna do here is we're activating the Keeper, and we know that where we have to have him perform the ritual in order to pick up that audio reel is at Shangri-La, and I'll show you exactly how or why we know this. We're just gonna wait for that pad to recharge, and here we go. So we're gonna go up here. See that rock right there? That rock right there? That rock doesn't exist. And what you do is go up, you know, when the jump pad is on cooldown, and you hit square on the rock, and immediately the Keeper performs his ritual. And, you know, I gotta say, I don't know what we did yesterday, because I don't remember anybody hitting square unless somebody just happened to reload and hit square on that rock. Now, let me show you the jump pad prior to shooting the gravestones. So here we are at the spawn area. We're just gonna jump back, and you'll notice there is no stone at the back of the jump pad. There's no stone there, but it looks like all the other stones. So, you know, even if it were there, you just think it was part of, you know, the background, the rocks that are kind of floating there. But it's definitely a triangular shaped rock that appears after you hit the gravestones. So what we did was record every single jump pad, you know, to show that there wasn't a rock there, because it could spawn at different jump pads. Sometimes it'll spawn in Varuk, sometimes in Mob of the Dead. This time it happened to us in Shangri-La, so we're just gonna hit the gravestones, right? And then the, you know, the light shows up, and then it actually appears. And people found in theater, they were looking at the jump pad, you know, the one that they activated, and then as soon as they shot the gravestones, they looked at the jump pad and they saw the rock appear. And I think somebody actually saw the rock go up in flames, and you'll notice it does go up in flames once the ritual's done. So let's skip back to that. So here we are, sort of at the tail end of the ritual, and as soon as he's done, very, very difficult to do on solo, unless you're well equipped, because the zombies, Margwas, everything will attack the Keeper. It's kind of crazy. There you go. Look at that. It goes up in flame. You saw that, yeah, there's the tape reel just kind of flew from the Keeper right in front of me, and there it is on the ground. So we pick it up. And, you know, we've tried this in the other players. There are other real players around the map, at least one in Kino. I can't remember where the other one is. But I believe this tape reel only plays in Noctur Untoten. So let's listen to it here, and I'll have it transcribed for you guys as well.
After many weeks of failure and frustration, Dr. Maxis finally achieves the breakthrough he had been searching for. The results were immediate and startling. In the case of Subject 2-6, his instances of violent outburst were non-existent. His docility appeared. Permanent. Unfortunately, while we prepared to implement the treatment on the other subjects, there was an incident. During his field test this morning, Subject 2-6 attacked a handler. 2-6 and the handler were both destroyed. Maxis believes Subject 2-6 only attacked the handler. He does not know I was attacked as well. I have observed a developing pattern of high fevers and cold sweats. My thoughts are erratic. My relationship with Ludwig is complicated. I fear I cannot keep this secret from him for long.
So there was also another posting on Reddit that links back to the reels, the movie reels, and the radios that were originally found in Kino der Toten. They also reference Patient 2-6 as well as Sophia. So reel number 1, the test subjects have been undergoing treatment for 5 days with very little progress. I've been assured that, given time, the programming will take hold. Reel number 2, in the past weeks, and this is Maxis talking in all the reels and the radios as well. In the past weeks, we have made great strides in breaking through to their subconscious. I've had the projectionists make edits to the few. These changes have been very effective. Reel 3, Subject 26 has had a breakthrough. He is responding to the treatment and following basic instructions. The violent outbursts have been greatly reduced, and given time, we feel this method of treatment will be 100% effective in most cases. Radio number 1, the timeline for deployment can be accelerated. Given the progress we have made in the past 2 weeks, if patient 26 can retain the impressions longer than 26 hours, we will have the process perfected. Radio number 2, Ludwig, Maxis again, size, another setback. Patient 26 was killed this morning in a field test. He lost control and attacked one of our handlers. His injuries were minor, but patient 26 was destroyed. The break in programming coincided with the flashing lights and loud noises of the fire alarm in the test facility. And there was knocking on the door. One moment, the knocking repeats. What is it? And that's it. So, you know, I don't know. Like, I'm thinking this points us to Kino. I'm not sure. I thought Maxis was performing all his tests on Derice. I don't think he was ever at Varuk. Maybe I'm wrong. But, you know, where they were actually testing patients, it sounds like for a cure for, you know, zombification. And obviously, from the tape reel that we heard here on Nocturne on Toten, that Sophia had become infected, and it seems like Maxis, you know, put her brain in the, you know, computer that we saw in Gorod Krovi. So, I'm not, you know, again, we're looking around here in Kino. Maybe that's where it's pointing us to. Maybe we got to find flashing lights and loud noises of a fire alarm. Is there, like, a fire alarm in Kino? No idea. But, you know, that's what we have to go on. And I think there was actually a quote also. We didn't pick it up with Richtofen in this game, but I think Richtofen actually says something when he either... the keeper drops the tape reel, or Richtofen picks it up, or goes to put it in the player. Something about it being important. So it's definitely important, obviously. You can't get the tape. I mean, the rock doesn't appear until the gravestones are hit. Therefore, you can't get the tape until the gravestones are done. So it's definitely step 2. Again, information we didn't have yesterday, and, you know, I apologize because I, you know, getting a tape randomly, what seemed random, because I didn't have the information or, you know, the hours of testing, you know, yeah, I didn't make an assumption about it being part of the main Easter egg. But now that it's been definitively proven, you know, not just having tried it a bunch of times before hitting the gravestones and it not working, then it working after the gravestones, but actually seeing this rock appear after the gravestone step and not being able to do it until the gravestones have been activated, or that rock appearing, you know, therefore you have to conclude that it is definitely step 2 in this process. Whether it's the main Easter egg or not, I'm pretty sure it is, but I think there's still, you know, maybe some minor speculation out there that it's not a main Easter egg. Maybe it's a side Easter egg, who knows, but we won't know until we continue on. I'm going to be looking in Kino. We'll probably be live streaming a little later and see what we can find. All right, guys? Good luck. Let's do this. I'm Spider, and I'm out.